Arithmetic sequences are one that we're going to focus on for several different items. So we're going to look at some formulas for those in this lecture. So we looked at the recursive formula was add the common difference to the one before it, and we looked at the explicit formula for the general term. And then we also can look at this formula here. This is helpful if you're given a term in the middle of the sequence but you don't know the first term. So that way you can figure out a general term. So let's do a couple of examples with this. So for example, if we're given this term that A12 is 40 and we know the common difference is 2, and we want to write the first 5 terms, the first thing we need to do is find that first term to start with. So what we can do is use this kth term to find the first term. So let's say our n is 1 and our k, because that's the one we're looking for, and we're going to look for k with k is 12. So we have n is 1 and k is 12, and our common difference is 2. And this term here, A12, is 40. So we can calculate this out. So we have 40 plus negative 22, which gives us 18. So that means we start at 18 and add 2 every time. And that gives us the first 5 terms of our arithmetic sequence here. Now, another thing that we can look at with these is whether or not something is an arithmetic sequence. So let's look here. We've got 3, 5, 8, 12, 17. If this is our sequence, we ask ourselves, is this an arithmetic sequence? Well, let's look. From here, if we wanted to add, because that's what we do with arithmetic sequences, we would add 2 here, and 3 here, and 4 here. So there's no common difference. So this is not an arithmetic sequence. Now what about if we have this one? 9 halves, 19 halves, 29 halves, 39 halves, 49 halves, and so on. Well, again, we look for that common difference. Well, we're adding 10 on the top every time, which means we're adding 10 over 2 because of adding fractions, which is 5. And we look here, we're adding 10 over 2, so we're adding 5 again, and again here, and again here. So yes, this is an arithmetic sequence because our common difference is 5. So what we can do is come up with a general term. Remember, we take our first term plus and then n minus 1 times our common difference. Excuse me. And we distribute. So this is 9 halves minus 10 halves, so that leaves us with 5n minus 1. So here is our general term. Yes, this is an arithmetic sequence, and yes, and here's our general term. So for an arithmetic sequence, you need to understand the recursive formula and the explicit formula and how to use the kth term formula also. And you need to understand how to find if it is if it has a common difference, and therefore if it is an arithmetic sequence.